We are going to talk about conflict. Conflict could be intrapersonal, could be familiar, it can be communal. It should be noted that at the family level, there is a lot of conflict because of the different orientations about dreams and faith. There is conflict between Benetta and Walter concerning the insurance money. Walter believes that Benetta's education is too expensive and is cutting into the family money which he would have used for investment. And Benetta tells him, the money belongs to Mama, it is not his. Their conflict also continues to the point where Benetta does not show any sign of gratitude for the sacrifices that Walter and his wife and the entire family do to keep her in school. Lastly, their conflict is prolonged when Walter invests and loses her own share of the money which Mama had specifically instructed that Walter should keep in a separate account. She calls her brother a fool. He says he lost money to a man whom even Travis will not entrust with his worn-out toys. There is also conflict between Benetta and Mama because of her faith. Benetta believes that God is not fair enough to the younger family as they continue to wallow in poverty and misery. And Mama thinks that she is not fair in what she says, and she will not tolerate her daughter calling God's name in vain in her house. And she slaps Benetta, pushing Benetta to call Mama a tyrant. Mama does not also agree with Benetta when she gets very angry with her brother for losing the money. And Mama tells her that it is in moments like this of difficulties that people have to show love for their siblings. There is conflict between Mama and Walter. When Mama gets the check money, Mama goes out without consulting any member of the family and comes back to inform them that she has bought a house. Walter is not happy because he believes that Mama has crushed his dreams of investment. And for that reason, he begins to drink and comes back home drunk and even refuses to go to work. He tells Mama, you run our lives for us. Pushing Mama to hand over the money to her son because she does not want her son to be depressed. There is also conflict between Mama and Walter. When Mama learns that Walter had not only invested the family share of the money, but even the money which she had specifically instructed that it should be kept for Benita. Mama slaps Walter and reminds him that his action is as good as having killed his own father. There is conflict between Benita and George Murchison, because Benita and George Murchison have two different world viewpoints, how they see the world. She does not want to be an assimilated, educated girl. On the other hand, George Murchison doesn't care. She takes interest in her ancestry. She takes interest in its history, its personalities, its culture. She dances the ritual song. She wears the African fabrics. She considered George Murchison as being too proud and condescending. In the same way, there is conflict between Walter and George Murchison, because he looks low on Walter, who is an illiterate. And he does not pay attention even when Walter is making a business proposal. And he goes out insulting him by referring to him as Prometheus, which of course, Walter does not even know what it means. There is communal conflict between the blacks and whites. The blacks live in the ghettos. They live in misery, frustration. They do menial jobs. They don't even have enough to take care of their families. Why the whites live in affluence? It does not end there. The whites make sure that they keep the blacks impoverished and uncomfortable by refusing them to move into white neighborhoods like Clybourne Park. When Mr. Linde first visits the Youngers, their conversation is peaceful. And he leaves his card telling Walter to call if need be. But the second time that he visits, and Walter is categoric that the house will not be sold, that the Youngers will be moving to Clybourne Park, he moves away, threatening them. There is conflict between the average black African families and the rich ones like the Murchisons. The Murchisons are proud. They are condescending to the poor and uneducated. Benita does not actually appreciate such behavior, such as George. And this is the reason why she refuses to marry him, despite Mama and Ruth thinking that he is a good choice for her. Their money makes them look down on others. George Murchison mocks at Walter and treats him with contempt when the latter comes up with a business proposal. Make sure that you subscribe to this channel. Make sure that you share to your friends. Share the link that has been given to you so that we can do better and make many students have useful information. Thank you.